What is going on, everybody? Rage coming back with another Rager. We are here with a Madden 20 rebuild. This rebuild is going to be the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to do it somewhat realistic. Um, I'll let you know when the trade or anything I do is unrealistic. But Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores is a decent coach, so I'm just going to stick with him. Um, he's a good coach. I mean, not decent, but we have some things to work with. Um, go over the roster real quick. Shouldn't take too long to go over the roster. We have Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen. Nobody at running back. Kalen Balaj, Samaje P. Ryan. Devontae Parker is a bright spot at wide receiver who went up to superstar apparently. Preston Williams is solid, which he'll be the 2. Albert Wilson can go. Everybody else can go. The offensive line as a whole needs help. Mike Gesicki's okay. Let's go to defense. Christian Wilkins, their first round pick. Devon Godshaw. Jid Norris? That's not Jid Norris. John Jenkins. Taco Charlton. Vince Beagle. Jerome Baker. Raekwon McMillan. Xavier Howard, who got into some trouble, but he's going to roll with us throughout this rebuild. Or until he, until he regresses to the point where I don't want him on the team. Aqib Talib, nobody else really. Brian McCann, like everybody is expendable on this team besides the 2 middle linebackers. Vince Beagle might not be. How old is he? 27. Just kidding. He's expendable. Basically everybody's expendable except for the middle linebackers and then Devontae Parker. Everybody else is expendable. But let's go into this off-season period. I'll get back with y'all on the offers, who signs and who doesn't. Which we have free agents coming up, which I'm not gonna be resigning anybody. I saw. Guess I was wrong. I guess I was wrong. Anyways, yeah, we're not re-signing anybody, and I will see y'all when I make some offers on some free agents. So I made some offers to some free agents. Our contract to DJ Reader was rejected. We got, I believe Corey. We got Mike Hilton as well. I think we had one more contract. I think it was to Matt Breida. No, 2. Matt Breida and AJ Green, which we're not getting AJ Green. We got outbid. And it wasn't Matt Breida. Was that it? Yep, that was it. Okay. So we got Mike Hilton and Corey Littleton. Decent contracts, nothing expensive. I didn't want to go after Chris Jones, Derrick Henry, Kendall Fuller, or the other top free agents, Amari, because I've already signed Amari, Armstead, Tooney, and I mean I could have gone after Yannick Ngakoue, but I mean I can just draft. There were only 2 offensive linemen that were worth contracts, and that was Joe Tooney and Jack Conklin. And I didn't want to re-sign both of them, so that's going to be it for the free agency period. I might sign maybe 1 or 2 non-position, skilled position, maybe like a kicker or punter, but anyway, probably a punter. But anyways, I'll see y'all at the draft. We will not be bringing Charles Harris back for his 5th-year option. We also got J.K. Scott. We needed a punter. It's a 7-year deal. We won't have to deal with that again. Another 5th-year option. Taco, absolutely not. We're not bringing Taco back. Decline that as well. And I will see y'all at the draft. I did upload the Bengal 2020 draft class, so I'll see y'all when we make our pick. So apparently there's this weird bug where we don't actually have the right pick. I don't know why. But the Bengals should have this pick. But I'm not going to be taking Joe Burrow with this pick. I will be taking Tua. I mean, I know that nobody really likes Tua anymore. I don't know. It's just stupid hate, I guess. I mean, you have your opinions about him. I think he'll do fine in the NFL. I love Tua, but the Bucks go Chase Young. Our next pick's at 13, so I'm not trading up. Joe Burrow went to the Bengals, so that's good. The Bills pick up left tackle Tristan Wirfs. Jerry Jeudy went to the Cardinals. It's a weird one. Andrew Thomas went left tackle, and Andrew Thomas. Justin Herbert went to the Giants. Wait, what was that? I'm confused. Anyways, the Jets go Derek Brown. Titans go Isaiah Simmons. That's stupid. Jeffrey Okudah went to the Redskins, which is kind of. Javon Kinlaw went to the Niners. Grant Delpit went to the Raiders, and we are on the clock again. I kind of have a position that I want, and that is right tackle Jedrick Wills, another Alabama player. But that's who I'm going. 74 overall, normal development. Because I've seen him mocked there to the Dolphins anyway, so I was just gonna kind of go with what everybody's thinking that will be there. But anyways, I'll see y'all at the next pick. With this pick, I'm going to go DeAndre Swift, running back out of Georgia. So have the Georgia-Alabama mashup at quarterback, running back. He's the best back in the league. The best back coming out. So that's exactly who I'm going to take. I will see y'all at next pick. He has very good stats. He will be very good. With this pick, I'm going to go Tyler Biadasz out of Wisconsin. 74 overall, hidden development. Reached apparently 35 and took him at. He's 35 and took him at 33. Whatever. I don't care. He's all around probably the best center in the draft class. So I will see y'all at the next pick. With this pick, I will be going Austin Jackson, USC, right tackle, who can probably play left tackle. 71 overall, normal development. I mean, it's solid. Probably not the best. I'm just going to simulate to the next pick, and I'll be taking somebody at the first pick in this. Let's see who is available at wide receiver. We need a running mate with Devontae Parker. I don't know. I just feel like anybody I take here will not be as good. I'm going to go Trey Smith out of Tennessee. First pick of the third round. 69 overall, hidden development. Good for the hidden development. I love that. Probably not the best value pick here, but he will definitely be plug and play. It's about building the offensive line this first year, and then going from there. You know, building the offensive line, and then the quarterback as well. So we are here at the 5th round, 18th pick. There's probably not a whole lot left. I took KJ Hamler in the last draft, so I believe this draft I'm going to be taking Tyler Johnson out of Minnesota, deep threat, 21 years old, 68 overall, hidden development. That's all you want, 68 overall and hidden development. The hidden development is probably star, but that's good anyways. So solid pick, nevertheless. See who is available here. We're in the 5th round. I'm going to be taking Dan Waddell out of Ohio. Probably shouldn't have done that. I don't know. It said he was a projected 4th round or whatever. That's the only reason I took him. I have nobody scouted, because when you come in there, you can't scout anybody. So, I'll just take a lineman here, a guard. Yeah, I'm going to be taking Steven Gonzalez out of Penn State. 60 overall. Yeah, I'm gonna trade the rest of these picks because they're not getting me anywhere, and I don't have them scouted, so I can't do anything about it. But anyways, I will see y'all at the draft recap. We are here at the draft recap. I traded out of basically all the picks. We did get, however, I did simulate the last pick on accident, which was tight end Parker Cross out of Texas Southern. Anyways, we got Tua in the first round, along with DeAndre Swift and Jedrick Wills, with Tyler Abiadash as our center, right tackle, Austin Jackson, Trey Smith at left tackle, Tyler Johnson at wide receiver, so he will definitely be playing a lot this year. Steven Gonzalez, I mean, I will probably end up moving, I don't know, I'll end up moving either Trey Smith or Austin Jackson inside. It'll probably be Trey Smith and play Austin Jackson at left tackle. And then we have Jedrick Wills as right tackle, which is to his blind side, so that's good. Anyways, I will see y'all at the beginning of the season. I'll show y'all the complete roster and go from there. We are here in the first week to start the regular season. Go over the roster real quick. We have Tua at quarterback, DeAndre Swift at running back, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, and Tyler Johnson in the slot. So that's going to be nice. Then we have Jedrick. That's not right. Oh my god. That's going to irritate me. Okay. And we have Tyler Johnson in the slot. And we have Alaric Jackson, Trey Smith, Tyler Biadash, Michael Dieter at right guard, and Jedrick Wills at right tackle, Mike Gesicki, Smythe, and Cross, which I'll throw Cross up there. I don't care. At defense, we switched to a 4-3. I tried the 3-4 the last two rebuilds, and the defense was just dreadful. So this is going to be basically the way to go on this one. So we have a couple of rookies that I want to play. I'm going to switch Christian Wilkins into the interior. Or this end, or maybe switch this guy to the other end. But anyways, the star development guy is going to be starting. So Xavier Howard, Mike Hilton, and Nick Nelson for cornerbacks. And then safeties, Bobby McCann, and then Rashad Jones, Jerome Baker, Corey Littleton, and Raekwon make out the linebacking core. So it's not bad. It's pretty solid. I'll do the specialist, and I'll see y'all at the midseason mark with who we need to re-sign and everything. But our star defensive end, his name is Melvin Cox. He's a end out of Missouri, so hopefully he's a baller. He's very fast, but that's about it. Anyways, I'll see y'all at the midseason mark. We are here at the midseason mark. We are 2-5, so we've won some games. That's nice. We also have. Oh, I did not turn auto scouting back on. Okay. Let's see who we have to re-sign and then get to it. I see Raekwon in there. Raekwon, you're definitely coming back. I'm gonna extend this to a 7-year deal. Hopefully you accept that. Dope, he's back. That's awesome. And then everybody else can walk. Don't care about them. I will bring the legend Melvin Cox back for. I'm gonna make it like a 7-year deal worth that, and see if he accepts, because he is gonna be a beast. Alright, he is. Alright, no, I'm just joking. He's not going to turn into anything. I can guarantee it. But yeah, I will see y'all at the end of the season for awards and statistics and everything. I got to check, make sure my people are in the right spots, and then I will see y'all at the playoffs. We obviously did not make the playoffs. We went 4-12, so not really an improvement. I believe that's going to be the first pick again. Go over the stats real quick. 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks. Solid. DeAndre Swift, apparently. Why is he getting so many carries? I don't like that whatsoever. Where's the running back? I just don't get it. He played 709 downs, and that's stupid. Okay. Receiving, Tyler Johnson led the way with 9 touchdowns, 870 yards. Who led in receptions? Mike Gesicki led in receptions. Preston Williams behind him. Who led in tutties? Tyler Johnson did, obviously. Devontae Parker had an okay season. No touchdowns, though, so kind of crap. But Jerome Baker led the team in about every statistic, it looks like. Tackles for loss, Devon Godshaw and Christian Wilkins, Zach Zeeler, Raekwon McMillan up there, Melvin Cox up there with his 3 sacks. Man, he was balling. Jerome Baker with 4 sacks, Devon Godshaw 3.5, Melvin Cox with 3, Christian Wilkins with 2. You know, not really much going. 4 total interceptions. That's pretty bad. Forced fumbles. None. Okay, that's cool. Any defensive touchdowns? No, none. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. We were last in offensive yards. And no, we were not last in offensive yards. We were almost dead last. Anyways, Mitch with the MVP apparently. We're in the AFC. Deshaun Watson wins the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Kyle Van Noy. Jerome Baker in there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Tua, just beyond Jordan Love. That's crazy. Tyler Johnson and DeAndre Swift there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dylan Moses, who is not even in this draft class anymore. Any best at position groups? Nope. Okay. Well, let's get the next season going. I will be changing offensive playbooks. I don't know about defense. Like there wasn't really a lot of talent on the defense enough to change defensive playbooks after I just changed them. See if we got any increases in development. I didn't know the developments because they didn't show. But Tua has X Factor. I think he starts off with that in this class. Trey Smith had star. DeAndre Swift had superstar. Tyler Johnson has star still. Preston Williams still has star, which I didn't see him do anything. Melvin Cox only had star, but I will be replacing all these people. But anyways, Jerome Baker went up to superstar along with Raekwon McMillan, so we don't need any more linebackers for the rest of the series. Corey Littleton's there, so that's good. I do want to trade Rashad Jones. He's making too much money for being average, but that's about it. We're probably going to target defensive line in this draft class, along with probably safety. Offensively, we just need development to kick in, along with maybe a guard, maybe a playmaker on offense somewhere. We have a lot of picks in this upcoming draft. But I will see y'all in the offseason. See who we get or who we sign and everything like that. I went after 3 players, only got 1, and that's Carl Lawson. I went after Malik Hooker. I was up by like 10 points, and they still swindled them away from me. So that's probably going to do it for free agency, unless I find somebody I want. Christian McCaffrey was here. I have no league signings. I have no other offers on anybody. I might throw an offer to Richard Sherman just to have him for this upcoming year. But I don't really need anybody else. I can focus everybody in the draft and not have to pay as much. But I'll let you know what I do and who I sign. We got Richard Sherman, so that's good. That strengthens up our secondary quite a bit. It's only a 1-year deal, so it's not going to be like the end of the world if he walks. I just kind of getting him so I don't have to go after a cornerback this draft, because we kind of needed another one. So we got 2 edge in a slot, or 2 outside quarterbacks in a slot in Mike Hilton, so it's pretty solid. So I will see y'all at the draft. With the first, we have the 6th pick overall this year. I believe it's the 6th pick. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to be taking Mike Key. I love his top 3 in his combine. He's super strong. Early first round projected. We need an edge desperately to at least hint the type of pass rush, and so he's going to be our pick. 73 overall, hidden development, ninth in the class, which is meaning this is a top draft, a top end, talent or anything. 73 overall. Let's look at his ratings real quick. 80 speed, 83 or power moves, 72 block shed. He's solid. He's not bad. And with hidden development, you never know what you're going to get, but even if it is star, it's still a good move. We have the 21 overall pick. I might trade up depending what I can get, so I'll see you in a little bit. I did happen to make a trade. Kalen Blage, Andrew Van Ginkel, and a 4th round for a 1st round. So I kind of finessed. That's unrealistic. I'll let you know who I take with them. With this pick, I'll be taking Mike Christie, a strong safety, early 1st round projected, decent top 3 skills. The awareness might boost his overall a little bit, but solid, fast, agile. He looks to be a great player. 74 overall normal, which he was not a great player, but a solid pick in this draft. I'm probably gonna take my 3rd 1st round pick and then trade out for the rest of the pick. But anyways, he'll make a good in the box guy. It looks like no, block shedding's bad. He'll just be a safety. But anyways, it's a solid pick, I think, for this bad draft class. I will see y'all with my next pick. With my last 3rd or 1st round pick, I'm going to be taking Andrew Thompson, tackle out of South Carolina. 75 overall, normal development. I'm probably going to slide somebody to guard, and he'll probably play left tackle if I'm not mistaken. So, solid pick, 4th and true talent. So, I'm probably going to trade out of this draft class, try to get accumulate some next year picks, just because this draft class is not as solid as it should be. But anyways, I'll show you what I do. With my 1st pick in the 2nd round, I'm going to be taking Tank Hendricks, just because he's a late 1st round talent, solid combine, probably not going to be above a 70, but better than anything. 70 overall, 21 in true talent, took him at 37. He is definite plug and play guy. We did lose Devon Godshaw this past year, so he should step right up in there and do some work. He's pretty solid all around, but yeah, after this pick, we're probably going to be trading out of the whole draft entirely. Okay, after this pick, I'll be trading out Malik McClendon out of USC, 76 overall, 3rd in true talent in this class. Pretty solid, can't complain about it. He would definitely be starting somewhere. So after this, I'll kind of go over. I'll see y'all at the draft recap. So I did some roster adjusting, but anyways, here's the draft recap. Mike Key for the 1st round, 74 overall. I moved him to left end. He was an outside linebacker. Mike Christie, 74 overall. Strong safety. Andrew Thompson, 75 overall left tackle. He will be starting there. Tank Hendricks, defensive tackle. He'll do. I don't think he has a role at all. And then Malik McClendon, 76 overall guard or tackle. I moved Jedrick Wills to right guard. He'll play there, and then I'll keep Malik McClendon at right tackle. So that's basically gonna be it. I'll see y'all at the very first week, and I'll show you the roster we're going into the season with. This is going to be the team we're rolling in with for the for this season. Tua, DeAndre Swift, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, Tyler Johnson, Thompson, Trey Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Jedrick Wills, McClendon, Mike Gesicki, Jared Cook, the defensive line, Carl Lawson, Christian Wilkins, Hendricks, and Michael Key, 2 rookies on this side. Linebacking core, Raekwon Littleton and Jerome Baker. Safeties, Brian McCann and Christie. Cornerbacks, Richard Sherman, Xavier Howard, Mike Hilton. Pretty solid. I expect us to do a lot better than we did last year. Just in terms of we got better players. So I'm probably going to change the playbook for the offense. Not so much defense, but I'm definitely changing the offensive playbook. I didn't like how it ran I didn't like how it ran this past year. I'm probably gonna go the Tennessee Titans playbook. They have a decent playbook in terms of yardage and stuff, so that's probably where I'm gonna go. But anyways, I will see y'all at the midseason mark for recites. At the midseason mark, we are 5-1-1, so that's solid as it's gonna get. Pretty not bad, not bad. I am not gonna resign Richard Sherman for this part. I'm gonna wait till he either A retires or B regresses, just because I want to know what I'm getting into. I'm gonna resign Mike Gesicki for a 5-year deal. Hopefully he accepts this. It's pretty cheap. I'll end up bringing him back anyways. Jerome Baker is another one that's going to be pretty expensive. I'm going to do 6 years on him. I'm going to increase everything. Okay, we get Jerome Baker back. That's awesome. I'm going to let Preston Williams walk, most likely, depending on what he does this year. His contract's going to be based on production, because if I can get another wide receiver, I will. But that's going to be it. I will see y'all at the playoffs. Hopefully we make them. We'll see if we do. So we are here at the playoffs. We made the playoffs, which is dope. That's awesome. Got a few people there with 2 XP points, so that's solid. We'll get into the stats here. See how we did. Apparently, 3rd in offensive yards. I told you the Tennessee Titans playbook is just OP. 20th in defensive yards. That's kind of crap, but you know, well, whatever. 4,400 yards for Tua, 40 tutties and 10 picks, 73 completion percentage. DeAndre Swift, 4 yards to carry almost. It's solid. 1 fumble, 13 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. That's awesome. Receiving, Devontae Parker, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Tyler Johnson, almost 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki had a good year too, 930 yards, 6 touchdowns. Preston Williams, 871, 7 touchdowns. He might have just earned himself a contract there. I don't know yet. I kind of want to see who goes to free agency to sign or anything. But anyways, on defense here, if I can get to it, Jerome Baker had one hell of a year, along with Raekwon McMillan. He had a hell of a year too. Tackles for loss, Christian Wilkins and Mike Key. Mike Key didn't do great in the sack department, which sucks, but 6.5 for Carl Lawson. Christian Wilkins had 5.5. Hendricks had 5.5. That's good. Jerome Baker had 2.5. Mike Key had 2. Raekwon had 2. Christie, he had a solid year. 3 interceptions for him. That's pretty solid. Mike Hilton had 3. Xavier Howard had 3. Richard Sherman had 2. We hit the turnovers this time. This year we hit the turnovers. That's definite. 2 for Richard Sherman, forced fumbles. 1 for Mike Christie. Xavier Howard had 1. So did Raekwon and Duke Riley. Any defensive touchdowns? None. Okay. Well, that's solid. I want to see the awards, and then we will simulate the first week of the wild card week. Patrick Mahomes won MVP. Coach of the Year was Matt Nagy. Were we in there anywhere? Yep, we were. B-Flow was at number 5. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes, 2 in there as well. Defensive Player of the Year, Jerome Baker at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we really didn't have anybody. Defensive, Mike Christie won Defensive Player of the Year. So did Tank Hendricks. So that's pretty cool. Or no, he didn't also win it, but he was up there at number 2. So Mike Key was 4. So we had some people up there. Any best position? Devontae Parker won Best Receiver, which is awesome. That's some XP for him. And that is it for the position groups. Tua led the league in touchdowns. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be upgrading players, and then we're just going to simulate this. I'm going to spend Coach XP first, and then I'm going to simulate this this wild card game. I'll do Master Trade Negotiator, and then I'm going to do offensive line, and then that's all I have enough money or enough XP for. So I'm just gonna simulate here against the 10-5-1 Browns, and we are also 10-5-1, and we lose and don't even score a point. Awesome, so great. I'm glad I get kicked out of the playoffs as soon as I get in them. So, I mean, that's a year to build on right there. That is definitely a year to build on. We'll look and see if we have any XP development boost, which Devontae Parker went up to Superstar X Factor, which is dope, and then Tyler Johnson went up to Superstar Development. So two big development boosts here. What is his ability? Max Security. That's a weird one. Matchup Nightmare. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know if it's useful, but defensively, do we have any? Yep, Jerome Baker went up to Superstar X Factor. Nobody else, though. So, Defensive Rookie of the Year didn't go up to Superstar or anything like that. So, that's unfortunate, but let's get into this next season here. I'm pretty stoked for it. So, yeah, I will see y'all in the off-season and see who I sign. I ended up re-signing Preston Williams. Richard Sherman I'm going to let walk just because his he regressed all the way down to the 82. I mean, he's worse than mine. My cornerbacks already. So I will see y'all with who we sign in free agency. So we only went after one free agent, and as you can see, it is Jair Alexander. So we definitely replaced Richard Sherman again with a great cornerback, probably in the top in the league. Christian McCaffrey again is a free agent. But that's basically all I wanted to bring in. There was Leighton Vander Esch who I was thinking about, but at the same time it just didn't seem worth it. We have a lot of money invested in linebacker as it is. I know Littleton is getting up there in age. I think he is 29, but I can probably get somebody in the draft or something. He's 28, so he has one more year until he's 29. I think he has like 2 more years on his deal until he's 31, maybe. Either 30 or 31. I don't know off the top of my head. But anyways, that's the only signing we're going to make. I will see y'all in the draft. We are with our first pick, which is pick 12 of the first round. I have a few players that I was eyeing. One's a defensive tackle. Another one's a cornerback. And I'll probably, with this pick, just go best player available. Which the defensive tackle's gone. What about the linebacker? The linebacker's gone as well. The cornerback should still be here. He is. Kirby Terry, early first-round pick. Great press, great man, great play rec, decent speed and everything else. So he's going to be my first pick. 76 overall, hidden development. 8th in true talent. Took him at 12. 92 speed, 75 man, 74 zone. Play rec's good. Press 77. He's solid. He's a solid player out of Kansas. 22 years old, 5'10", perfect size. Yeah, he's a really great player. I will see y'all with our next pick, which is pick 24. With this pick, we're going to be taking John Curaldo, run stopper out of LSU. Solid skills, A- block shed, B+ in tackling and hit power. Really strong. He is going to be our next pick. 76 overall, hidden development. Took him 6th, and he is 6th in true talent. I took him at 24. Let's look at his ratings here. 91 strength. He could play inside as well, so that's pretty dope. Power move, block shedding is amazing. I might move. I might move him inside, or I might move Dunlap inside. I haven't decided just quite yet, but I'll see. I think I might move him inside just because he's bigger. I'll see y'all at pick 11 of the second round. This pick, we're going to go with Nelson Briggs. He is a free safety, late first round projected, solid. He is fast. He can jump. I expect a decent, yeah, okay. So 70 overall, not too bad, not exactly what I was expecting, but he could play backup easy. Injury's good, which doesn't matter. Block shedding's very, very bad, but he's definitely a zone coverage corner. Got some solid hit power, but it's not going to get off a block to show you that hit power. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to our next pick.
The Dolphins are now on
and I'll kind of go through what I'm thinking of in this. I just go by scouted. Yeah, I just go by positions that we need, and I just skim through the positions. And if there's a player there, I'll look them over and have that hold X to reorder thing. Early second round guard here, I might take, depending on who's there at defensive tackle. Which I have Chris Conrad here. He's a late first rounder, but he is not a need per se right now. Just because I grabbed him pretty early. We have Roosevelt Turner here. He's a late first round projected. I might just go him just for best player available. Uh, and I think that's who I'm going to end up taking. It's either him or the defensive tackle. But I don't know. I'm probably gonna grab that cornerback just because I feel like it's the best player available. Roosevelt Turner, welcome to the squad.
The Cowboys are now
71
on the
overall, normal development. Probably not the greatest pick right there, but it is solid nevertheless. 95 speed. He's very fast, very agile. Can cover. He can man up. So pretty solid pick. I'll see you at the next pick, and I'll show you who we pick. I went ahead and took Brian Metcalf. I thought he would be a lot better than what he was, but he'll back up. He'll back up middle linebacker, so it's not a big issue. I'm gonna trade out of the rest of these picks. Not much talent left here, and I will see y'all at the draft recap. Here at the draft recap, we had a quarterback, defensive tackle, who was the end, but I moved him to defensive tackle, and he went up 2 overalls. Nelson Briggs, who is going to be our starting free safety. Roosevelt Turner, who's another cornerback. I am going to be making a trade involving a cornerback, and I'm just going to try to make a splash trade for somebody that I want. So I will see y'all when I have that ready, or when I do it. It's gonna be. I'm gonna try to get a bigger trade. So, anyways, I will see y'all then, and if not, I'll see y'all at the midseason mark, or no, not the midseason mark. Sorry. I'll see y'all when I get the team put together. I'm here at the beginning of this season. Tua, DeAndre Swift, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, Tyler Johnson, who I'm going to move up in the depth chart. He will also play slot. Offensive line's pretty solid. No complaints. They're just very young. Mike Gesicki, Tyler Croft. And then on to defense, we have. We got to rearrange this. Carl Lawson, the Ricky Gurlado, John is his name. Christian Wilkins, Mike Key, Xavier Howard, Jair Alexander, Mike Hilton, and the rookie. I'm definitely going to try to get the rookie involved more. I tried to trade Xavier Howard. I just couldn't do it, especially with everybody's cap situation, but I'll probably end up trying it. And then I'm going to also try to trade Christian Wilkins. He's coming up on his deal, and I just don't want to pay him. So probably going to trade him as well. I don't know yet. I'll let you know when I do trade. I have a lot of first round picks this year from, trading out of the first draft and a couple other drafts. But anyways, I'll let you know when I get back. But for now, this is the team. If I do make any trades, I'll let you know. We are here at the midseason mark. We are 3-4, so kind of bad in every way imaginable. Christian Wilkins is a free agent this year. I knew I tried to move him, but I could just not find a good trade for him. I mean, a pick would have probably been good as well, but I'm probably just gonna let him ride out in free agency. 3-4. I don't want to bring anybody else back, so we'll just see y'all and see if we make the playoffs. We did not end up making the playoffs. Kind of unfortunate. So that sucks. I'll go over the roster real quick. See if we had see the developments of some rookies and stuff. Tua is still an X factor. Tyler Johnson had an insane XP amount. The defensive tackle's a star development. Terry is a superstar X Factor, so he will be starting. He should have been there to begin with. That's awesome. No skill points for the free safety, so that sucks. But we'll go over the stats and then the awards and see what's up. So the stats: Tua went 4,300 yards passing, 44 touchdowns. Great year, all accounts. 11 interceptions rushing. DeAndre Swift didn't really do much. I don't understand why Tua is rolling out as much, and then why Scott's getting 46 carries. I don't get it. I don't get it. He only had 3 touchdowns too. Tyler Johnson went off, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. Devontae Parker had a good season. Preston Williams had a good season. Mike Gesicki, touchdown machine. DeAndre Swift in the backfield, coming out of the backfield, had a lot of yards as well. Defense here, Jerome Baker had a decent season, as you can see. Raekwon had a really good season with tackles for loss. 13 for Mike Key, tackles for loss. Raekwon had 12. Carl Lawson had 12. Geraldo had 8 sacks. 5.5, 5.5 for the rookie. Hendricks had 4. Raekwon had 2.5. Waddle had 2. Mike Key had 1.5. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what. Man, I don't know it. Kirby Terry had 3 picks. The rookie, Jerome Baker had 2. Jair Alexander had 2. Christie had 1. 1 for a few other players. What about forced fumbles? 2 on the year. Not many. Defensive touchdowns, I see 1. Kirby Terry out of Kansas. So let's see awards. I want to see what we were in defense. 21st in defensive yards. Yeah, I gotta change that defensive playbook. Patrick Mahomes won MVP. Tua at 4. AFC Player of the Year. Tua at 4. Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody for us. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody. Defensive Kirby Terry with the Defensive Player or Rookie of the Year. We also had Geraldo at 3 and Briggs at 4 and Turner at 6. So we had some players in there. We should have had the best wide receiver. Yep, Tyler Johnson was the best wide receiver. Quentin Nelson, best lineman. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Well, one more season and we're done. I'll see y'all in free agency, see who we get and everything like that. Tyler Johnson went up to Superstar X Factor. His ability is Mossed, so that is pretty cool. And he has also Post Flag or Elite. So pretty neat, pretty neat. I'll go over see who if anybody else had development upgrade. Jesus. It doesn't look like anybody else on offense. What about defense? I see Raekwon also got up there. And that is about it. That's all I see. So that's pretty cool. We still have a lot to do this offseason. We got to get a defensive tackle, safety probably on defense. And then for offense, maybe another receiver. And maybe a change in the playbook. I don't know. I don't know. I'll let you know who we signed in the or in free agency, and then we'll go to the draft and everything like that. So I traded Xavier Howard for Khalil Mack straight up, and they took it for some reason. So that's weird. I'm not complaining, but that happened. So yeah. So we got Madden, and we offered on Rashawn Gary, but it doesn't matter now. We got Khalil Mack. So going into the draft here, this is what the team's kind of looking like. Tyler Johnson went up to Superstar X Factor, pretty cool. We just need basically probably a 4th wide receiver, maybe a free safety if there's a good one there. But that's about it. That's all I seem to see. Safety, and then another receiver, or maybe even another tight end. Don't know yet, but we'll see when we get there. With the our first pick of the first round, I'm going to be taking Lance Harper, tackle out of Auburn, 75 overall, hidden development, 5th in true talent. Took him at 11th. Pretty dope, pretty solid. Can't complain. I don't know who I'm
The
going to take with this
Dolphins are
next
now on the
pick because
clock.
this draft class doesn't seem great. So I'm probably going to trade out of the rest of this draft just to do it. Um, but I will see y'all with whatever pick I take next. My next pick's going to be Mike Magidi, I don't know. 21 years old, speed rusher out of NC State, early first round projected, and
The Vikings are now on the clock.
we took him at 19. He was 7th in the draft. Hidden development, pretty solid. Can't complain about that. Um, I'll probably be trading out of this next pick. If I do, I'll let you know if I take anybody. With this, the last first round pick, I'm going to be taking Joseph Tolliver out of Tennessee, deep threat,
The
70
Packers are
overall
now on the
hidden.
clock.
Took him one pick before he was supposed to go. He's solid, not great catching, but he's fast. Can release. He looks pretty solid. I'll let you know who I take next.
This
I
pick is
traded
traded to us.
the last first round pick, a third round pick, and a fourth round pick in this year's draft for Travis Kelsey. So a solid pick up. Not the best tight end in the league, this or the second best if you have George Kittle ahead of him. But anyways, yeah, I will be trading the rest of my picks out of this draft. I'll show you what I get if I get a player, and if not, I'll see you at the beginning of the season. I traded this year's third round pick, next year's second, and this year's fourth round pick for Quentin Nelson, guard from the Colts. I'm cheesing now, but I want to make the playoffs, and I want to go deep into the playoffs. And if I don't, I'm at least going all out. So there you go. A fourth, a third, and a fifth for Fletcher Cox. Yeah, I don't care. This is going to be the team we're rolling in with. Tua at quarterback, DeAndre Swift at running back, Devontae Parker, Tyler Johnson, Preston Williams, and Tolliver. I might have him in the. I don't know what I want to do with him, but then left tackle. The offensive line's solid. I knew. I wish the line developed more. And then Travis Kelsey, Mike Gesicki at tight end, along with Kyle Rudolph, who I picked up. Defensive line, Carl Lawson, Fletcher Cox, Geraldo, and Khalil Mack. Linebackers, Corey Littleton, Raekwon McMillan, Jerome Baker. Safeties, Briggs and Christie. By far, I might try to pick up another free safety. I'll see. Jair Alexander, Mike Hilton, and Terry at cornerback, which Mike Hilton will play the slot. But that's the team rolling into this last season. I'll let you know if I get a free safety. If I do, if I don't, I don't. But yeah, that's going to be the team for this season. I will see y'all at the playoffs because I'm not stopping at the midseason mark this time, but I'll see y'all at the playoffs. So the trade went down. Mike Gesicki, a first and a third this year for Kevin Byard. So we are going all out. This is no longer a realistic rebuild. This is whatever the hell I want. So that's what we did. I've already went over the roster, so I'll see y'all at the playoffs. So we made the playoffs, it looks like. We went 14-2. This is the best team I've ever built. We're going to lose first chance we get in the playoffs. I bet you. Just auto upgrade everybody. Stuff like that. We have a bunch of Coach XP, which is good, I guess. Let's go over the stats, and I'll do all that off camera. Not camera. Why did I say camera? Tua led the league in passing yards and touchdowns, 4,441 touchdowns, 9 picks. Rushing, DeAndre Swift, first really good season, 4.4 yards a carry, 1,300 yards, 9 tutties. Ito had some decent backup time. Tyler Johnson led the team in receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. Devontae Parker with 1,000, 9 tutties. Travis Kelsey with 911 tutties. Preston Williams with 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift out of the backfield had a solid season as well. Let's go defense. Raekwon had a bunch of tackles. Well, not even really a bunch, but let's tackles for loss. 16 for Fletcher Cox, 11 for Carl Lawson. 10 for Khalil Mack, who also had 13 sacks. Raekwon McMillan had some sacks as well. Uh, 9.5 for Fletcher Cox, 9.5 also for John Giraldo. Carl Lawson had 5.5. So not a bad sack total and everything. 4 picks for Raekwon McMillan, 4 for Kirby Terry, which is solid. Jerome Baker with 2, Roosevelt Turner with 2, Kevin Byard with 1, Jair Alexander with 1 as well. What about forced fumbles? 1 for Jerome Baker, and that is it. Any defensive touchdowns? None. Okay, that's solid. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Third in total yards offense. Second in total yards defense. Third in points scored. Fourth in points allowed. So a very solid season. We'll go to Tua won the MVP, which is awesome. Coach of the Year, we were second. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Tua second, apparently. Defensive Player of the Year, Raekwon at number 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year, nobody that we had. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody as well. Best Quarterback, Tua. Swift at number 8. Best Wide Receiver, Devontae Parker and Tyler Johnson at 7 and 8. Quentin Nelson, Best Offensive Lineman. Khalil Mack at number 5 there. Fletcher Cox at number 8. Raekwon, Best Linebacker. Cornerback, Terry was up there. That's nice. That's nice. So solid season overall. 14 and 2, nothing to pass up, nothing to think light about. I'm gonna spend some Coach XP, which has absolutely probably nothing to do with this, but we'll go into quarterback, running back. No, let's not do running back. Let's do wide receiver, and leave it at that. And then I will simulate this game, see if we make it through the divisional. We are going up against the 7 and 8 or 7 and 9 Texans. Let's beat them real quick. We are in the conference championship against the 13 and 3 Browns. Let's beat them real quick. We won 28-21, so we are in the Super Bowl. Look at that. Look at us go. We are playing the Saints, I believe. Yep, playing the Saints. 12 and 4 Saints. Let's look over the roster real quick. Tua doing Tua things. No increase. What was he? He didn't do enough on the field to matter. He's a 75 overall, so he's got to be at least superstar, I'd say. Harper was star, the guard we drafted. I think he was a tackle. I moved him to guard, but anyways, got that. What about defense? I thought Giraldo would have made a step. Guess I was wrong though. Guess I was wrong. All right, well that's about it. I mean, this is the final roster. Let's go win this thing. I'm gonna simulate obviously because that's what I do. I'm gonna simulate it. I'm not gonna play the moments. This video would be so long if I did. I do apologize if that's what you want to see, but see if we win, and we win the Super Bowl 28-24. We are the champions of the world. So if you like that video, give it a like. We have a lot of free agents this off season. So I might revisit this one. This is the first rebuild I've won a Super Bowl on, so I'm pretty stoked about it. Have a bunch of free agents that I would need to re-sign, but yeah, I went all out this past season. I have no first round or second round pick either, so that would be funny. But we won 28-24. The Miami Dolphins are victorious once again. If you like it, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.